Ladies and gentlemen, it is the year of 2023 and we are at a point in our lives where people are spending tens of thousands of dollars on PC equipment just to get an edge in Minecraft PvP. That's absurd, right? Well, in case I need to clarify, yes it is. But that doesn't mean it doesn't work. As much as I'd love to tell each and every one of you to go out there and max out your specs, I'm willing to bet that if you're here watching this video, you currently don't have the funds to invest $10,000 into a gaming setup. So, let's go over one of the most important parts of any gaming setup, the mouse. Looking at all the pros and cons to upgrade a mouse, and just in general all the features a gaming mouse can provide that might be worth your money. We are going to be looking at three main factors when deciding what kind of mouse you should be looking for. But please remember though, that this is simply my advice based on my years of Minecraft knowledge. I would highly recommend before choosing any sort of product to do your own research and find what's best for you. As always, if you have any questions about anything, let me know in the comments below. Alright, let's get straight into this. First off are all the physical attributes of the mouse you'll be looking for. The size of a mouse won't have a significant impact on the price of it, so regardless of whether you're looking for a gaming mouse on the smaller or bigger side, the other attributes will be more of a determining factor. Something that you will need to take more into account is the weight of a mouse. Typically, people enjoy lighter mouses, but the lighter a mouse is, the pricier it can be, as more engineering has gone into the mouse to reduce its weight. Although both of those things are nothing in comparison to the price difference a wired versus non-wired mouse can be. What's the difference and why should you care? Well, generally, wired mouse will be a lot more reliable and price friendly, whereas a wireless mouse is much cleaner, easier to use, but also much more expensive. All of these factors go into deciding what will be the perfect mouse for you, since those are all the main physical attributes of a mouse. So, let's move on to our next subject, which is the aesthetics. This can include anything from the brand name / logo to any RGB lights it has, and even the color of the mouse itself. Most things in this category are entirely subjective, as there are no distinct pros or cons to certain colors of mice, or whether or not it has RGB lights. All I will say is perhaps find one that can best match the style you have going on with your keyboard, laptop, desk, or monitor. Whichever fits you best, just go for it. But of course still realize that all of these aesthetic attributes will have no effect on its function. Now, before I get to the final point, which I believe to be the most important for you, I just want to take 2 seconds to ask you guys to consider subbing if you're enjoying the video. I've got tons of plans for future content, and would also love for you guys to be a part of my small channel. We are so close to hitting 1,000 subscribers, and making the first of many dreams of mine come true. Anyways, let's move on to our final subject of today, and that is the mouse inputs. Arguably, the thing you want and need a mouse for most, making it the most important part of how you decide which one to get. The first thing I'll touch on is mouse buttons. Mouse buttons are an extremely common feature of gaming mice. They can be located on the left side, where your thumb rests, on the right, where your ring and pinky finger are, or even in the middle, right behind the scroll wheel. Regardless of where they are placed, I would recommend getting a mouse with at least 2 buttons on it. Most of the time, they are programmable, and will 100% improve your quality of life, making yourself more efficient both in and outside of Minecraft. Now, there are mice with up to a dozen programmable mouse buttons, but I can't comment too much on them since I've never personally used one myself. I'll just say there's no reason to overdo it if it's not needed. Anyways, the other important input on a mouse is the actual right and left click. Although at first this might seem like something that is pretty set in stone and unchangeable, modern gaming mice have the ability to change the minimum click duration, MCD, and minimum time between clicks, MTBC. I cannot understate just how important this can be to being as optimized as possible. Getting a mouse that has the ability to control these is important, but it will also add a bit of cost to the final price, so keep that in mind. With that all being said, we've gone over every single important part of the mouse that you should consider when looking to upgrade and whether or not certain features are of any value to you. That's all for today's video. I appreciate every one of you guys for watching. See you in the next one.